I promised my team, I promised my family, I promised myself that I wouldn't start another company. And this is a huge promise to me because right now I'm scaling Unstoppable, which is my coaching business. I'm scaling Instant and I'm scaling Megaphone. And I'm fully committed to those. I'm fully committed to serving the founders that I coach, and that's it. But at the same time, it is just so tempting to start another Git repo. It is just so exciting with everything that's going on with AI, with vibe coding, with SaaS, with Micro-SaaS. So I started keeping a list of ideas. And I came up with 3 ideas that I'm gonna share with you today. There are 3 killer SaaS AI ideas. And these are ideas that can be started just by a solo founder. I was a solo founder in my last business. And they can be started to serve a really good sized market. And it's my serious hope that these ideas inspire you. I'm gonna walk you through how I came up with these ideas and why they're valid. And it's my sincere hope that either you run with one of these and build it, that way I'll be a customer, or it inspires you to come up with your own idea using one of the themes that I'm gonna share. Either way, this is an incredible time to be starting AI companies and SaaS companies and even tech-enabled services companies. Like, it's just an incredible time to do all of that. So it's my sincere hope that these ideas inspire you. And when you implement the principles that I teach you behind each of these ideas, when you're an aspiring founder, that's probably why you're watching this, you're gonna go from a person that's just watching a bunch of videos looking for ideas to a founder, to someone with a thriving business. That's my intention, my hope for you. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK, and on this channel, I help SaaS and AI founders like you grow your businesses faster with an unstoppable strategy. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your business faster. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. That way you get notified every single time I drop an episode with the TK energy. Now, if you're already part of this community, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching programs, my people, welcome back. It's really awesome to see you over here. I remember back in November of 2022, ChatGPT came out and almost immediately the world took over on fire. It was crazy. All these things were happening and it was exciting because AI was finally here, but it was more exciting for a different reason. For second time, third time founders like us, there's one of the things that we're taught all the time. The greatest riches, the greatest opportunities, the greatest wealth creation is happening when there is a platform shift. A platform shift is when brand new technology comes out and all the existing companies get disrupted. The first platform shift on SaaS happened when we went from on-premise software to the cloud. The second platform shift happened when we went from desktop to mobile. And this third platform shift is now happening with AI. Every single existing SaaS business is up for disruption. There are ideas now that could not have been built before. I know this because I'm an engineer also. You just couldn't build it, but now is possible. There are ways you can solve problems that you couldn't solve before. So there's incredible opportunity right now, and that's why my entire world changed back in November of 2022. At that time, I was only running Unstoppable, where I coach SaaS and AI founders. At that time, it was just SaaS. Now I coach SaaS founders and AI founders. Through that time, through 2023, I ended up going back to coding. I'm like, there's no way I can miss this. You just can't sit on the sidelines doing platform shifts like this. So I got to coding, I worked on certain ideas, and they got to product market fit, and now we're working to scale those companies. But at the end of the day, it's still so exciting because AI is changing so fast. There's so many incredible ideas. And I keep an entire list of ideas. I have a whole framework on how I develop ideas. I have an entire playlist of ideas. I share ideas every single month. But this month, for this episode, I wanted to share 3 really great ideas. These are 3 really great ideas that I sincerely hope someone builds or is inspired by to build something like it. So I'm gonna walk you through the 3 ideas, and it's my sincere hope that this completely changes your life, because when I started my SaaS business and I went from just ideas to like owning a product, generating revenues, getting those Stripe notifications, like it changed my life. And that's my intention for you. So if you're excited to dig into idea number 1, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and let's dig right into it. So idea number 1, I'm gonna give you the theme and and then the idea. And by the way, all three of these ideas go after a very specific market. The specific market, which I know intimately well now, are coaches, consultants, and service providers. It's a huge market. A lot of times, solo founders are like, oh, I want to like build for other indie hackers. The thing is like that market is limited, but you want to go after a large market. That way it's a real company. You want to target a really serious market. And this is a serious market. Coaches, consultants, service providers. These are people that are providing services, are engaging with clients. That's all three of these ideas are for them, and it falls under Unstoppable, which is my coaching business. I know this space intimately well. All right, so idea number one, the theme for it is to replace existing SaaS. So that's theme number one. That's going to be true over the next 5-10 years. AI companies, AI first SaaS companies, AI first micro-SaaS companies, whatever category you want to go into, is going to disrupt and replace existing SaaS companies. Why? Because it's really hard to bolt on AI features to an existing product. It's a lot easier to rethink how you solve a certain problem and go AI first. So it's a totally different game. So the idea is for these coaches and for these consultants, for these service providers, to turn their client list to client dossiers. And dossier is a fancy word, but it's also one of those words where as soon as you hear it, you kind of like get a feel for what it means and what it is. So every single coach, consultant, service provider has some spreadsheet of their clients. Maybe they have a CRM where they won the deals, maybe, but they kind of just have a spreadsheet of their clients. And the idea now is to just go through all of that data with their clients, look through whatever interactions they've had, whatever emails they've had, whatever calendar events they've had. Think about when they paid, like hook into their Stripe account, hook into their email and their calendar, and just create a client dossier. Think of a little dossier, a little report that's created for every client. And you could like take this as far as you want. Like every Monday, it could send 50-page PDF, however many clients they have, or 500-page PDF of the updated dossier on all their clients. It could be prioritized by certain values. It could be prioritized by, oh, it's their birthday. So you can create these dossiers. And before, the way the interaction worked was you'd have a CRM, you'd have certain fields, and then the consultant or the coach or the service provider would have to go in and put in that data. Whereas now, you can just look through all the data that they have, everything they've ever discussed, anything that's digital, like you can just hook into their account and create these dossiers and really map it to the fields and do it all automatically with a large language model. The reason I also like this is because it's technically not that technically hard. Like a solo founder could do this. Someone that's new to coding could vibe code this with existing tools, and ChatGPT can do majority of the heavy lifting. And also, if you're technical, those of you that are starting to get into the MCP protocol, you could do a lot to hook into a lot of data and you can start taking actions. And so that's my idea number one. For these people, their entire business is to serve their clients. And they keep it in a spreadsheet and they're just trying to keep up. And if you can turn it into a dossier for each of their clients, that's gonna be like incredibly powerful. So that's idea number one. Now, idea number two is a different theme. Whether you like that idea or not, the theme may be something that inspires you. And that's to replace an existing SaaS product and just rethink how it works. Existing SaaS products have this model of here's a table and a database, and you put in data and you get reports and analytics and maybe run some workflow. AI first SaaS products, AI first micro SaaS products completely rethink the workflow. It's like, hey, just give me access to your stuff and I'll give you outputs. You can disrupt any SaaS company that's existing right now because the model is shifting. All right, so theme number two, I'm gonna cover this up so that you look at the theme first. Theme number two is an AI co-pilot. So this one just replaces the SaaS product and just works. It's an AI first, but it's still a SaaS product. You're logging into it and you're looking at all the data and the dossiers. The co-pilot works alongside you and helps you do your job. And so the co-pilot idea is super simple, but it's got a twist. So the co-pilot listens in on all their consulting calls or coaching calls or sync up calls and sends a follow-up email to every client interaction. Okay, now you're saying like, all right, TK, well that already exists. There's like 50 of them. Like, yep, I got you. But here's the thing. Coaches, consultants, even service providers have something different that you and I, well, I do because I'm a coach, but most people don't, which is internal resources. Whenever I'm coaching a founder, I have a whole body of internal resources based on the discussion I link them to, saying, hey, we talked about these three things. Here are the big unlocks, but here's what you should check out next. It'll help you implement everything we talked about. So I have a whole body of internal resources, and every coach does, every consultant does, every service provider does, whether it's an internal wiki, articles, blog posts, you name it, training. For me, it's my go-to-market training program. We've got like execution pieces for key aspects. If you can tap into the conversation and send a follow-up email, but also tap into the repository and say, hey, here are the relevant resources that you should check out, that would be like money. That's not complicated. This one's a little bit more complicated. Like maybe this is like this could start as like a $99 a month product, but scale to like $249 because this is the lifeblood of your business. It's the system of record. This could be like an easy $9 a month product or $29 a month product, and you can get it going. And you can add on more features after that. But if you can send up follow-up emails from the transcripts, but also do a RAG retrieval on internal data and say, here are the 3 most relevant resources, that would be like totally money. And that's idea number 2. And that's the theme is a co-pilot where it works alongside the user you're serving. So maybe you'll like that idea and steal it. Please steal it. Hit me up if you build it. Otherwise, like it'll inspire you. The theme will inspire you. Now I have the third one, but before I go into that, let me pause here for a second. One, are you starting to see like the power in this? This is a massive shift. Existing SaaS companies are going to get disrupted because it's not by bolting on features, but it's by reimagining how the entire thing works, how software fits into the day of that person. The other thing that's super exciting is just stuff that you couldn't do before can be done now because of the technology shift. And the third thing is AI can help you build the AI. So you can build these products a lot faster, which makes it a lot more feasible for you to do as a solo founder. Even if you have a co-founder, you can steal these ideas. So if you're starting to see the power in this, can I just get a yes in the comments below? And also smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. Also, if you're in this stage where you're looking at all these ideas videos, and there's so many on YouTube, and you're in that idea maze and you're trying to figure out which idea to double down on, maybe you like one of these ideas, maybe you got a slightly different idea, maybe you're already working on an idea. I encourage you to grab a copy of my SaaS AI business checklist. This was originally my SaaS business checklist. Now it's my SaaS AI business checklist. I've updated it. Core principles remain the same, but there's some nuances. What it does is it gives you 10 questions you want to ask yourself to really like stress test if this is the right idea for you. And the big goal of this checklist is to make sure you don't waste months building the wrong product. As fun as it is to vibe code and start a new Git repo, you really don't want to waste months building the wrong product. So make sure you grab a copy. You don't have to go anywhere right now. I'll link to it below. Let's go to idea number 3. Also, if you're getting value from this, if you're enjoying this, if you're still watching, hopefully you are, can you just like smash that like button? It loves it when you do that. The YouTube algorithm loves it. So do I, but the YouTube algorithm particularly loves it. All right, idea number 3. Again, I'm gonna show you the theme and then I'll show you what the idea is. Theme is AI agent. So the AI agent is the newest thing where it just does a bunch of work for you. Like no hands ma type of thing. It's like hiring a virtual employee that just works 24/7. These are AI agents, and AI agents are going to replace a lot of jobs. Probably a lot of low-level jobs for starters, but maybe bigger jobs. And I know that's like the narrative, but I think there's a more exciting narrative. I think that every employee is gonna get 1,000 AI agents. They're gonna get an army of AI agents working for them. And when you think about it that way, like, well, we'll still have humans, but they're gonna have 1,000 AI agents working for them, and productivity is gonna go up. Like, I think that's what's gonna happen. So AI agents are really powerful. We're still in the early days of it because there's a lot of fraud and there's a lot of over-promising and under-delivering right now because it's so hot, but we're gonna figure it out. Like, it's gonna be awesome. The AI agent, again, I stuck to the same ICP here. The ICP is coaches, consultants, tech-enabled services, like that kind of thing, consultants, service providers. So the theme is AI agents, and the idea is client success agent. So this is something where you can start with one of these other ideas and build to this, or you can start here. But if you kind of play out the logical progression here, I started with who am I serving? Then I started like, well, what are their problems? I'm like, well, they have a client list. They need to like get updates on their clients. They're working a lot. So you start with like, let's just get all the data and create dossiers. Cool, now we have a system of record. Then we said, all right, let's sit alongside their calls and follow up on the emails and give relevant resources. Okay, now we have a system of engagement. Cool. Now the third one, if I have all this data, I can say, hey, you know what? I have your client data, I have the dossiers, I see your engagement, I see what's going on. I see like who's coming to coaching and who's not. Well, now I can actually predict who is happy and not, and how to nurture them for the next step because I know what they're looking at. And I can work behind the scenes almost as you to help serve your clients. And boom, I have an agent. And really not just one agent, but I have 1,000 agents, one for every client. And that could be really powerful. So that's my third idea, a client success agent, where you look at all the data you collect from these and have the agent make decisions on how do we nurture them, who needs an extra touch, who's at risk, who's in trouble, who's doing great, who needs a congratulations. The agent can go ahead of me, the coach, and do all those pieces. And that can be incredibly powerful as well. What you'll find out of this, let's recap. Let's first do the themes and then the ideas, because I want you to get 2 things out of this. The themes, Number one is you can replace existing SaaS, you can build a co-pilot, or you can build an agent. So cool. The ideas are you can look at all the data and create a dossier. That becomes a new AI-powered system of record. You can watch every interaction and engagement and follow up. That becomes a workflow, the system of engagement. And then you can build an agent that does a bunch of work for you, takes it off your hands. So you can see the logical progression. Now, you could steal one of these ideas and go build it. I encourage you to, because I actually think this is a great idea, but I promised everyone that's important to me that I'm not starting any more companies. We're gonna make these work and we're gonna serve my clients and my founders that I coach because it's an incredible time and that's what I wanna be doing. So I'm not doing these ideas. I encourage you to steal them. Or you get inspired to take these ideas and maybe create your own. Maybe you get inspired by the themes. You're like, no, I wanna disrupt this other SaaS company and I wanna go after that. So you could do that. Either way, you now start to understand how to think about this platform shift, why this moment is so exciting and so important. And you can start to see how you can even take these ideas and apply it to a different vertical. Maybe it's not for coaches, but maybe it's for lawyers. This can still apply. I kept it fairly broad. You can double click on any of these. So hopefully it should give you a lot of ammo to really figure out your idea. So now you know the 3 ideas that I'm really excited about, but I'm not gonna do, so I hope someone does it. And I gave you the reason why I'm not gonna do, because Unstoppable, my coaching business, Instant and Megaphone keep me plenty busy. In fact, some people think I don't sleep, but I do sleep. I sleep 9 hours a night. Well, it's really more 7.5 hours, but I'm working on it. What you may not know is, all right, I have an idea. How do I make sure I don't waste months building the wrong product? Which happens all the time. What I want you to do is grab a copy of my 10-point SaaS and AI business checklist. This has been updated. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I've updated it to incorporate key AI principles as well. A lot of the principles are the same because you're still just selling software, but some things are slightly different. So you should grab a copy. What it'll do is it'll give you 10 questions to ask yourself to stress test your idea and to make sure you don't waste months building the wrong product. It'll also give you some additional resources that I have inside of that guide that will help you develop your ideas, test your ideas, launch your idea. All those things are in there. To grab your copy, just go to tkkader.com/SaaS-checklist. tkkader.com/SaaS-checklist. If you have a fellow co-founder, a team member, if you're part of a Slack group or WhatsApp group, please share this video with others. We want to serve as many founders as possible. I really want to help create and inspire 1,000 SaaS and AI companies. This is the time. This is the time to build. This is a platform shift. This is your moment. So I want to make sure I'm arming you with everything that you need. I'm here to serve you. So please share this video. It would just mean the world to us. We put a lot of love into these videos. Also, if you got value from this video, which hopefully you did, if you're still watching, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. It tells me every time you smash that like button how much it loves it. So please do that. Also, I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your SaaS and AI business faster. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon if you haven't already. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. When you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you inside the 10-point SaaS and AI business checklist. Take care, everybody.